So I'm leaving from getting my hair done and I'm just a little annoyed. Like, alright, so this is gonna be my Vlogmas day 8.
You can't treat me like you treat him. Yes, I am the creme de la creme. Yes, I am from 1 to 10.
Alright, so basically, my coworker, I got her hair done, and I liked it or whatever, and I asked her, like, oh, where'd you get it done? Because the last place that I went, they were like I basically had a whole, like, when I was taking out my hair, I had a bald spot or whatever, and I was just like, what the fuck? So I was like, I'm never getting my hair done in Georgia again. But obviously I live here, so that's not really possible. So my coworker gave me this place, and when I looked on the reviews or whatever, I was just like, because their parts wasn't really straight in their Google reviews. But I was like, her hair looked nice, so I'm gonna just check it out. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get like medium knotless braids or whatever. So first I get there and the lady's like, oh, let me see a picture of what you want. I'm like, I don't have a picture, I just want medium knotless braids. So then she's like, oh, can you Google one so that we're on the same page? I'm like, cool. So I Googled one, I was like, this, whatever. She's looking about some 210. I said 210 for medium knotless braids. I said, so what about big knotless braids? And then she was like, it's probably gonna be the same, whatever. I'm like, what? So I'm like, cool. So she said 180 for the length or whatever that I said I wanted. So she's like, okay, I do 180, whatever, cool. So I'm like, that's weird, because my coworker got her hair done and she paid like, I think she paid 180, and the box braids was mad small. So I'm just like, it don't make sense, but the math ain't mathing. So I was like, whatever. So she starts doing my hair and she's like combing my hair out, and I hate when they do that shit. That shit is mad fucking annoying. Like you combing out from the root with a rat tail comb and you getting stuck at the end and you just like pulling. So I'm like, I stopped her, like, I done put too much work in growing my natural hair for you to be ripping it out. So I'm like, I got it. She's like, oh, I'm gonna have to blow dry it. I thought you blow dried it. I'm like, I did. And then she's like, whatever. So she blow dries it, whatever. And then, mind you, she's starting from the root again. So I stopped her, and then I'm like detangling my hair, whatever. And I'm like, can you like do it from the tip, from the ends, whatever, to the root? And then she's like, oh, yes, whatever. So then, mind you, this whole time she's blow drying my hair, I don't have a cover on. You know how they put like the little cover on you, whatever, so no hair or any like product get on your clothes. So she didn't put a cover on me, nothing. So now she goes and she starts braiding my hair, and like there's a little bit of product on the braids and it's dropping on my jacket. So I'm like, do you have like a cover or something? And then she's like, oh yeah, what cover? I'll get a cover. She said, you don't really need one. I said, so when you do people's hair, you don't put a cover over their clothes so their clothes don't get, you know, grease or anything on it? And she's like, I'm not using grease, I'm using gel. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, whatever is dropping on your clothes is from your hair. I'm like, what? I said, no. I was like, so she want to argue. So I'm like, okay, like, let's do this. So I'm like, whatever is on the braids, if it's gel, grease, whatever it is, when you drop the braid after you're done braiding it, it's just getting on my jacket, like it's hitting my jacket. So then she's like, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, don't worry about it. So then she come with this cover. The covers don't even tie in the back. She over here gotta make a whole knot or whatever. And then she's like choking me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, yo, this is just real unprofessional. So then I'm sitting there, whatever, she's doing my hair, and then she's like, randomly, she's like, you got cash? I'm like, no, I have my card. So she's like, oh, we gotta take cash or whatever. I'm like, so why you didn't tell me that when I called you before I came here? So then she's like, yeah, we gotta take cash because the owner is away for 2 months, and nobody wants to wait for for them to come back. No, she said nobody wants to wait to get their money, wait 2 months to get their money. So I guess with like, you know, card transactions, they gotta get a check, or however it works, they gotta wait for their money. It's not like cash transactions. So she was like, oh, nobody wants to wait 2 months to get their money, whatever. So I'm like, what? I said, I have a card, miss. Like, can you do my hair or not? So then she was like, that's fine or whatever. Just mad nasty, mad rude. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, why? Like, the unprofessionalism in the black community is like sad. So then she started doing my hair, whatever. So then another lady came and she's like helping her braid the ends. That lady was like really nice. Like, I would rather her do my hair because she was like awesome. She was like correcting her own parts and shit. Like, mind you, the lady that did my hair was like older. She was, I guess, like the boss under the boss or whatever. But the other lady, she was just like, you know, finishing braiding the ends of my hair. She was really nice. She was like telling her, oh, this part is not straight. Like, I remember the lady had took a braid out after she was like talking to her in her language. She redid a braid, mad different shit. So what happened? She was the one that asked me like, oh, she was like, is your part straight? She was like, you can straighten it here. She was like, is that the middle of your head? She was like, go ahead, straighten it, it's up to you. She said, we just wanted to make sure, you know, like it's fine or whatever. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, she was just like really nice, whatever. So now this other lady, like, she's on the phone most of the time, like the entire time. So I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I'd rather her be on the phone, because the way she was talking, she was just mad rude. Like, so she's on the phone the whole time, whatever. And she not really saying nothing. She just braiding, blah, 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 whatever. And what happened? Oh, yeah, so I randomly said, oh, I could see if my boyfriend could bring cash or whatever. And she's like, okay, no problem. I just said that just to like, because I thought I was going to ask her more about, you know, what she said earlier, because I didn't get a chance to record it, which I should have been recording. What she said to me about, oh, nobody wants to wait 2 months or whatever. So, I said that to her. I was like, oh, I can see if my boyfriend could bring cash. And she was like, okay, cool. So then she's about to be done with my hair. She basically just left. And like, she asked this other lady to braid her hair. She took off her wig. And then she sat down in the chair next time and was like, oh, can you braid my hair in like 6 braids? So I'm like, looking like, who won't finish my hair? So then the other lady had came back and she like finished braiding it. She did the hot water thing, whatever, sprayed it or whatever. I'm just like, wow. So then I'm leaving and I told the lady's like, do you like it? And I'm like, yeah, it's cool or whatever. So then I told her, I'm like, I have my card or whatever. Mind you, I should have been recording when this happened. I should have been recording, but I wasn't. Like, I wasn't even thinking. So I'm just like, let me get the F out of here, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to leave, whatever. So I told the lady, I said, I have cash or whatever. So the lady that originally started my hair heard me say that, and she was like, I thought you said your husband was bringing the cash or whatever. I said, I have my card. And she said, oh, I thought your husband was bringing the cash. And I said, no, he can't make it. He's in Sandy Springs. And then she got tight or whatever. She's like, tuh. And then she said something in her language, whatever, right? So then what happened? She was like, oh, can you take your card and go to the ATM or something? Just like that. Can you take your card and go to the ATM and take money out? Because I have to pay her. And I was like, and the lady that she said she had to pay, the next lady, she was like, oh, it's okay, blah, 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 whatever. She was saying something in her language, whatever, like that. So then I was like, no, it's a credit card. So I was like, I'm not going to the ATM. So then she just like rolled her eyes or whatever and then just kept doing what she was doing. And I went to the front and I paid with my credit card because I could have paid cash. But I decided not to because she wanted to be unprofessional. And yeah, I paid my bill with my credit card and then I gladly walked out. The lady told me, oh, have a good day. That other lady didn't say nothing to me. She sat in that fucking chair getting her hair braided, didn't say shit. So the unprofessionalism, definitely a 2-star. This is how my hair looks though. What y'all think? What y'all think? I think she did that or not? So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know, my parts is kind of like crooked, especially in the front. This front one that she claims she fixed is like crooked. I don't see how, but it is what it is. I ain't got no baby hairs. Like, I will say it is knotless. I will say that she did that on that part, but I think she added too much hair in the beginning, so it kind of is knotless, but it kind of looks like a knot a little further up the braid. But she used too much hair, but whatever. I'm about to order my Chick-fil-A. Hold on. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Can I have an answer order, please?
Malone.
Malone, what did you make?
Can I do a number 3, the 8 count, with the mac and cheese? And can I do a Sunjoy no ice? And 2 buffalo sauce?
Medium?
That's it.
So they kind of get me with mac and cheese instead of fries, a medium Sunjoy with no ice and buffalo sauce? Mm-hmm. So it's $9.68.
Alright, here you go.
Malone.
Thank you.
And here's your receipt as well, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know, I just can't get enough of, you know, that meal that clearance put me on to or whatever. But yeah, so anyway. Yeah, so that's my story time. And I'm definitely gonna leave a review, a Google review, because I'm lit on Google. Like, my reviews be going up on Google. Like, I be having like 7K views or so and so 100 likes on my reviews and shit on Google reviews. Make sure y'all leave me a Google reviews, good reviews and bad reviews, because a lot of people leave a lot of bad reviews, but we never leave good reviews. So unless we're asked. But let's start leaving good reviews as well for these businesses, okay? I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, because I'm about to go to my business, and then after I leave my business, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might go and, you know, I don't know. I got a little free time on my day off, you know, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a lot to do actually, but oh, I gotta go to this. Yeah, I got a few things to do, a few errands to run, but I'm gonna see y'all for Vlogmas day 9 later.
Oh.